What's up everybody, Stock Picks by Tim here, and I want to talk about Astra. I'm also going to mention ChargePoint and what I did there, and also I'm going to feature a few clips from Astra's fireside chat, and I'll leave you a link below if you want to watch the whole thing. It's about 40 minutes long. Now first off, make sure you stay tuned to Astra's earnings. It is coming up very soon. It might have already happened by the time you watch this video, but look out for that. And I'm going to be cutting up the earnings and giving you guys the key points some point today. I do put out daily videos, so make sure you hit the like and subscribe. And make sure you check out the links below for some free crypto and stocks. And let's go to the chart. Now first off, I actually want to go to ChargePoint because I did trim some profits on that on my short-term position. Because ChargePoint has been running quite a lot from about $11. And I figured that I see more upside in the next few months with Astra. So I did trim some profits on this one because we also do have a resistance right here at about $20. However, we're still respecting this trend here, riding right along that 50-day, just pushing higher and higher. So I figured I would just trim a little bit off of my ChargePoint short-term position and add into my short-term Astra position. And now let's go over to Astra's chart. Now, as I've said in my previous video, I'll leave you guys a link below for that or leave it at the end screen. But just look out for Astra to break that 300 MA because it is having a little bit of trouble. However, we seem to be finding support right around $4, so I figured it was a good time to add in. Now, Astra has had a successful launch since their failure, but let's go back to that failure and go over what went wrong. And let's roll the clip.
We delivered a payload for the Space Force, and it was an orbital payload delivery that it literally hit the exact orbit inclination on the exact schedule. We flew again about a month ago. There was a design update which resulted in a drawing which was incorrect. So there was a process issue in the design and the delivery of the design into manufacturing. So manufacturing built built it to spec, it tested it to spec, but there was a sequencing error in how the separation bolts were fired that caused the disconnect to separate before the last bolt was fired. And so basically the fairing didn't fully separate, which was quite obvious in the video when the upper stage attempted to kind of plow through it to deliver the payload and kind of lost control. So we were able to very easily address that, and we were actually on the pad today and could have launched actually before this panel had weather cooperated with us this morning, but we'll be back out tomorrow in Kodiak for another launch. And that's, again, just over 30 days. So if you look at historically, how long does it take a company after a failure to go work with the FAA, root cause, correct, get another license, and fly. I'm incredibly proud of the team. I'm very grateful to the FAA for their collaboration with Astra to just so rapidly help us keep our monthly cadence, even with a flight that doesn't succeed. It's really a sign of good things to come.
Next up, we're going to get into Astra and what they're doing moving forwards, and also some information on the frequency of launches.
And can you just remind us how many, I know frequency is very, but how many rockets or rocket vehicles do you have in production at the moment?
We're producing one a month right now. So we have, this is serial 9, 10, 11, and 12 are in various stages of production. And those launches will be for the Tropics mission, which will be back here at Cape Canaveral. We need to do all 3 of those before the end of June. So April and May and June will be busy months for us again.
I hope you guys are enjoying so far. This next clip goes into Astra's versatility and how they can just about launch anywhere. And I think that's just such a game changer.
I think the FAA has been a great partner, and as has the Space Force and NASA. We had never been to Cape Canaveral. We showed up at Slick 46. We had 6 people in 5 days set up the entire spaceport, and we were ready to launch. That is unprecedented, right? To go in, the primary issue we had was getting the internet connection to work out at Slick 46. So when we say we can launch from anywhere, if we have a license and there is a spaceport, we can fly there. And I think that is a game-changing capability. It opens up an opportunity for Astra to operate globally, wherever there's an opportunity for the State Department and another ally to have an incentive to work together. When you look back in the early days, there was a precedent laid here by our friends at Rocket Lab, right? A New Zealand company that has an exemption from ITAR, right? So in exchange for a treaty between the United States and New Zealand, for the New Zealand government that never developed space technology, they can operate freely between the United States and New Zealand. And so we just took that that script and flipped it and said, great, now there's a US company with US employees that makes rockets in the United States. That same treaty can now be used to launch rockets from any country where there's an ally that wants to enter into a similar agreement. And so that opens up a global market for launch for Astra. So anywhere there's a field with a fence around it where a country wants to partner with Astra to launch their satellites from their soil, there's a precedent which was established years ago.
Can we expect some sort of announcement, some sort of partnership abroad anytime relatively soon?
I will hold my tongue, but suffice to say that the opportunity exists and the interest is here.
Alright guys, hope you enjoyed those couple of clips. Make sure you leave a comment below regarding Astra and what you think about it moving forwards. Thanks as always guys, and I will see you next time.